How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carson here as we are getting into another few episodes of My Hero Academia. It's episode number 4 to 6 of Season 5, of course, following from last week's video, as I mentioned, and as you probably saw if you watched the video last week, we are going to be doing 3 episodes of My Hero Academia to kind of catch things up until Season 7 does drop. But yeah, we started Season 5 after it's been a few years for me, and yeah, it was a really impressive start, of course, as we delved into Vestiges for One for All, and it was very, like, we picked up from the ending of Season 4 because we had that little tease, didn't we? But we never fully exploited it, and then episode 2 kind of picked up from where I guess Season 4 ended, really, in terms of that little tease. So yeah, where we saw, of course, One for All and All for One, I guess you could say, because we saw the first user of One for All, aka All for One's brother, and yeah, it was a really great few episodes that really did not feel like it was you know, dragging things out or anything like that, because we of course followed up from the situation with Hawks and Endeavor against High End. There was a worry there, of course, with Hawks and Darby seemingly interacting, seemingly in cahoots, but of course we learned that Hawks is being a little bit of an undercover agent. How long he can keep that up for remains to be seen. But yeah, I feel like these next few episodes, you know, given how My Hero Academia tends to be in terms of, you know, these kind of training situations, I have a feeling that these few episodes are going to pick up on Class 1A and Class B, like, just against each other, as we are seeing, well, as we saw at the conclusion of last week's episode, should I say, Shinzo, who was very impressive, of course, with the sports festival, seemingly being a bit more impressive, I would say, given the fact that he has that voice modulation thing. So it was already very intimidating enough that he was able to you know, control people's minds to an extent, but now he's able to mimic their vocals. So yeah, I'm excited to see how things are going to play out. But first off, let's get into episode 4 of Season 5 for My Hero Academia. Let's go.
So I'll give a simple explanation of my brainwashing quirk. First off, I focus my attention on the target and think I'm going to brainwash this person. If I can get the target to answer me after I do that, the effect is complete. A vocal modulation mask, persona chords. If my voice goes through a mic or megaphone, it loses its effect.
So it has to be your real voice that they respond to.
Yes.
Yeah, no modulation, and that's where that comes in.
How did that happen?
Now's the time to strike!
I got this! Air prison!
Oh no, Oh, King Kong!
Got a good grip there, bro?
King Kong got shook!
Coda! The air wall should be weak enough to break easily.
Oh, maybe not.
That taste? Let's do this!
Go extra, Kiri.
So you'll go first!
Oh no, oh my god, he yeeted Kirishima! Oh no!
The lost sheep plummeting from the sky.
And that's it though, Kirishima is, like, I would consider probably, apart from Shinzo, the strongest asset.
Each team has 3 competitors left, but it's obvious Class B is setting themselves up for a win.
You can see the people shook.
Their brains and brawn.
All Night Midnight already just...
Looks like they'll finally crush Class A!
Yeah, keep bringing the truth, Mr. Vlad!
Stop with the biased commentary!
This beast is strong. I should have been able to move faster to capture them. I'm sorry.
No, we should be apologizing. You ended up having to fight the other team without any help from us. I blame
Oh,
myself for
but
not
is
having
that,
a
like,
smarter strategy.
Yeah, don't beat yourself
inexperience
up.
and him
For someone
being
who's not
alone
used
in
to this, you had solid into. But I like you, Shinso.
We all do.
You're totally a future hero.
Oh, he needs that.
Whatever.
Modest.
We need a new plan.
Fooling your sense of smell.
If that's the case, I must chastise them. Devious schemes are hallmarks of defilement.
Hoish. She is just... Hoi. Kind of creeped me out, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful.
Yeah.
Finally, I also secreted toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
Toxic mucus saves the day! She
What a
coated her two
sentence.
teammates with it.
12 o'clock. 2 o'clock. They fanned out and are heading this way.
Yeah. Might not know which one's the real one.
Don't call me Apocalypse Beast. My hero name is still Jevodan.
Joe.
All three of them
Okay.
are approaching. They must.
Because you three are about to taste a triple shock!
Oh, shocking. Yeah.
Fate's shield!
Holy shit.
Your overgrown hair extensions won't save you. If
I
I'm
like
within
his
10 meters of a
confidence.
pointer, my power shoots straight for it!
Perfect. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Ah, shit. Well, it was worth a shot.
I'll go wild and become the focus of their attacks. Then she'll have fewer vines to work with. You get it? Pretty
Take her
smart
out the
guy,
equation,
huh?
okay.
Check you out!
Tinky out.
I can jump faster than you can shoot your scale bullets.
Oh, damn, Sue. That was badass.
She's too agile for me to hit. Shishida! Asui's here! Communications break.
Yeah, this team's fumbling. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're pretty good.
I won't fall for that ruse. But Eraserhead taught me well.
Oh! No, oh, my... Oh!
Dodge! I told you.
Behind you! Look out, Apocalypse!
Oh, he doesn't believe him. Oh, it's the real one speaking.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, how does Shinzo wouldn't call me that?
With enough time to prepare, he was able to control the fight and use their paranoia against them.
Brainwashing. It's an even more annoying quirk than I thought it was before.
With
Yeah,
his
it can
force
be a
changing
bit of
support
a
item and the binding cloth.
burden.
Hey, Shiozaki. Wake up, come back to Earth!
It's just...
Why
ugh.
am I in the prison? What happened here?
You lost. That's what happened.
I was forced to complete these vile actions.
Become a pro hero on my own.
Good on Shinzo, though. Oh,
Despite their failures, the team of Class A plus Shinzo are the winners.
I would... you know what? Don't just say plus Shinzo. He's a part of this, so... Yeah. You know what, though? Good on Shinzo. And teamwork does make the dream work. So, But... it is very, very important when it comes to that teamwork, isn't it? Because, but you have Shinzo who's just being very modest about the, about the fact that, well, I can't let others carry me because, and you know, I see where he's coming from because of the fact that there are more than just, it's more than just the result here that really pushes your path forward when it comes to you being a hero. Because there's going to be sometimes ventures where you're all alone and whatnot. So, but it is a really, really good start in terms of his aspirations because, yeah, he was very, very instrumental. but as was everyone else in that fight. So yeah. But I was surprised that they took out Kirishima so quickly because, you know, I do definitely see him as probably one of the strongest assets in it when it comes to the characters in this show. With, you know, how, yeah, I don't know. There's just something that's like, especially with his quirk and all of that, and there's a little bit of bias there because we love Kirishima. Yeah, but. Yeah, I really did love the fact that in the beginning we did get a little bit of an insight in regards to his persona codes, as he called them, as well as an idea of how Shinzo's able to use his quirk, because, you know, it's been some time for everyone. It, like, not just in terms of, you know, it's been a few years since I reacted to My Hero Academia, but I think we last properly saw Shinzo in season 2. But like I said, even then he was very impressive, and I've even said a few times that, you know what, it would be great to see Shinzo here, and here we are. But it was great for him to break down how he's able to, you know, brainwash someone. Like, oh, I have to think, I'm going to brainwash this person. Just think that in his mind. So, yeah, as well as the fact that he can't use certain bits and pieces. So, yeah, it was really great stuff in regards to how this fight went down, I would say. So, especially with the teamwork of Sue, Kaminari, and of course Shinzo at the end, with Koda and Kirishima just being apprehended. So, yeah, but yeah, I do love the modest approach as well when it comes to Shinzo, because he's not getting overzealous or anything like that. Like, he didn't get overzealous towards the end. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's a win. That's all well and good. However, there are still areas that I do need to work. Yeah, I got a win here, and yeah, I was very instrumental in this whole scenario. But there are other areas that I need to clean up. So yeah, Shiozaki, she's just terrifying. Yeah, she is just very, very terrifying. The way she speaks has such elegance, and yeah, it was just really, really great stuff in regards to just how things just went down when it comes to like Sue's plan, being able, like, going back to season 1 with the whole toxic mucus thing, and how she was able to utilize that to coat the other two so it can kind of confuse Beast. So I have a feeling they're gonna go with the Apoca Beast name. Like, he hates it, but it kind of rolls off the tongue in a sense. But there is also that kind of terrifying element, isn't there, when it comes to Apoca Beast? Like Apocalypse. Yeah, Apocalypse is not very heroic, so but it for me it kind of rolls off the tongue. But yeah, being able to fool him was great, because obviously with him having that kind of animal instinct in him, it's going to play advantage in being able to detect certain people. So it does really, really sell well that, okay, well, if we kind of confuddle them, yeah. But there was some great strategies that was out for play there. So yeah, even Kaminari and, you know, I mean, Sue was involved, but Kaminari's usually, like, there are always occasions where people might look at Kaminari as a bit of a doofus at times, especially if he goes into overcharge. But you know, his quick thinking was able to propel Sue and Shinzo to victory, really. So yeah, but yeah, and I really loved that like dynamic at the end, like especially when it comes to Shinzo and his voice modulation thing, and how it and not just that though, but how the whole thing kind of broke down Class 1B in terms of communication, which is definitely a bit of a kicker when it comes to, you know, you've got to operate on the same wavelength, otherwise there's going to be a big kerfuffle, and the big kerfuffle hit Class 1B. It was just really great, like especially when it came to the voice modulation thing, when it came to Shinzo and Beast, and how he was being very, very cautious, because he was like, yeah, I'm not falling for this trick again, but it was it was the real Rin, I think his name was, so but yeah, it suddenly clicked on, but it was all too late, wasn't it? So it is so funny. It became a very big detriment for, I guess, Class 1B when he suddenly realized a Pocket Beast, and it's not his name, but it's a name that his comrades call him, and it would have been very, very useful. Sadly, he reacted too late. So, but it was, you know, despite Beast's disdain about it, it was something of an advantage. Sadly, the advantage was mitigated because, but it was just really great to focus on this team and focus on Shinzo flourishing. Of course, he couldn't have done it alone, and that's an area that he needs to work on. But it's still good to see him flourish, because it gives him a bit of confidence for, I guess, the next time we're going to see him in this little tournament that we do have, because I believe he's going to be facing Deku. So that's going to be very, very fun. Especially now that we know what he's capable of, but also it will be very interesting to see, okay, is he going to lose? Is he going to win? AKA, is Class 1B going to win? But it will be very interesting to see how that fight will fare compared to the fight that's just happened, because this one has given him a little bit of a push forward, but he's still got a long ways to go yet. And you know, that's really, really good, a good mindset, I would say, to have, because you don't want to get overzealous. But Shinzo's not that. Shinzo's not one for being overzealous. So yeah, let's get on to the next episode. What are you doing? Get in there. Okay, so next episode number 5 of Season 5. I'm just adjusting this because this seat is a nightmare. So, with that said, let's go.
It was a pretty intense raid. If you experience fighting like that, it changes the way you think and how you approach a battle. Even a training battle like this, I guess.
Yeah, the real thing can be very, very more daunting and
looks like a total moron.
thought-provoking.
Focus on how to recover from a mistake instead of the mistake itself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Use what you learned today to improve
Get back on your feet.
Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Hop back on your feet, I guess, in this case.
I'm looking forward to having him on my side. Shinzo, buddy, let's come up with a plan to make Class A cry like toddlers. Something that'll really ruin their lives.
He's just talking to himself.
We should start coming up with a plan.
Yeah, Shinzo's just not phased. Can't blame him.
To hide. It'll be a pain to find the enemy.
I'm on it.
Their team's dead.
Yeah, with his arm. Oh my goodness.
We can save either for our trump card if we're in a bind.
Look, Bakugo's got this.
Before you rely on me, there's something I wanted to tell you about my recipro.
Other students chasing the same dream. They'll gain a better understanding of where they are. In a way,
as well as
this is a rehearsal for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So
there's that growth, but they can also look back at how far they've come.
He's great.
Russ? After we were in that commercial during our intern days?
Oh, yes.
I think some people have started to put us in the same category.
Oh, sheesh.
Pushed us into a box.
Into a box?
It's like when people think
Shihai Kurohiro. Your quirk lets you merge with darkness and move freely within it.
Oh, yeesh.
You and I share a destiny. We are brothers in the shadows.
Oh.
In the shadows.
You have also stared into the abyss?
Long live eternal darkness, friend.
Shadow. Got it! Report back when you find the enemy.
Leave it to me!
Unless that guy's gonna... would he be able to merge with Dark Shadow? Like latch onto him?
I'll take care of whoever I can catch first!
Leave it to you, Kuroriro!
Yeah! Oh no! Oh no!
Into the abyss.
Into the abyss! Shoot!
Magnifique! They have light out here, so Tokoyami should be in full command. So maybe someone possessed him? Is there another power like Shinso's? Please don't!
Oh no! His legs are just twitching.
Very well.
Oh shit, the cloak's off!
Something. A move I discovered working with Hawks.
A new move.
That's right. Dark Fallen Angel.
Dark... oh no. Oh no! The cloak's off, shit gets serious, folks.
Fast. You gotta admit, though, it is an efficient system.
Oh, nice little backstory there from Tokoyami. Oh.
That kid's an eager one. Apparently, I was the first student Hawks ever made an offer to after the sports festival.
Ooh, nice.
Intern with you in the first place.
We're birds of a feather.
Is that a joke?
Nope, I'm 20% serious. Half of the reason was because I wanted to talk to someone from Class 1A. I'm interested in those thugs from the League of Villains who attacked you.
This plays into his undercover investigation sitch.
What intel do you want now?
Let's take this to the sky.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness! He's just...
It's like we're one with the wind!
This is your first time? Those of us who can fly should fly. There's no need to be stuck on the ground with everyone else.
That was that advice to him. Wow.
I'll use your challenge to reveal something. A move.
Not true. I'm the scheming hero, Vanta Dark.
Vanta Dark.
Misdirection is the key to my designs.
Oyama!
Oh, Yama. It's all...
Trickery. How
Dark Shadow. Dark Fallen Angel.
Those who can fly.
He can fly?
He can fly now? Star Wars.
The principle behind it is so simple. Dark Shadow is always floating, so he can hold on to these shadows.
Naval buffet!
Let there be light.
There he is, Hagakure! Hi, Sam! Well, let's nab him! Hurry!
Look at that animation twist there, like just... yeah.
If we see too much light, then Plan A fails. So we start Plan B. Cute little mushrooms for everybody.
She's just manifesting mushrooms. Holy shit. Good job she's not training to be a villain because, yeah, something magic mushrooms, right? And that was good. Obviously, there was a bit more depth in this episode, whereas obviously the first episode, well, episode 4, should I say, was more so focused about like just getting into the action and all of that and seeing how Shinzo would operate and all that jazz. But it was just really great stuff in regards to, you know, learning about Tokoyami and how he managed to try and find a lesson to take from Hawks and whatnot. So, which he did at the end. And again, like I said, it comes in at a very, very huge advantage, I would say. So, yeah. But yeah, I Kurohiro, I think his name was. Yeah, I might have mispronounced it, but his just ability is just really not just that though, but his personality is very chilling as well. Just the kind of sinisterism that is there. Yeah, like I said, if I mispronounced that, apologies. But yeah, he was very chilling. Just his personality and just the way he's able to blend into the darkness is just... I had a feeling, you know, as soon as Tokuyami sent out Dark Shadow, he would try to joyride if he's able to blend with the shadows. So, especially with how the whole deal with Dark Shadow is the fact that, you know, Dark Shadow needs the darkness to be able to, I guess, manifest. The light is its Achilles heel, so... Yeah, but I really liked the kind of rivalry interactions that we had, like with Kurohiro and Tokoyami. So there's like and not just that though, but you've got he has such a, like I said, he has such a very chilling and sinister kind of front there, whereas Tokoyami's a lot more cool. He's a lot more serious. And whatnot, so yeah. But there was also that nice little moment with Kendo and Yaoyorozu. So yeah, it was just really, really nice. There's that nice kind of connectivity between the pair. So yeah, but I mean, she has such a high, this high esteem from her classmates. I mean, even Tetsu was talking about how amazing she is as a leader and all of that. So it's no surprise with someone like Yaoyorozu and with how she's able to connect well with Kendo. So yeah. But yeah, it was just really, really great though in regards to how this episode really focused so much on Tokuyami. I'm guessing the next episode's going to kind of close things off in terms of this fight. But it was just really, really great stuff in terms of him reflecting in terms of his internship with Hawks. And there was, of course, that frustration, I would say, where when he was working under his wing, you could say. But it was... you know, great stuff. And I think it was, you know, tying into Hawks's investigation of the League of Villains, because we know that he was asked to do that. So him asking Tokoyami about that, yeah. But understandable that as someone who is very serious about working under, you know, Hawks, he would be very, very peeved about the fact that he's asking me this and all of that, and I want to learn, you know, all of these techniques, not relive that traumatic day. So, yeah. But ultimately, it was really worth it, especially in, you know, this scenario, because there is that idea that he was wasting his potential, and I like that. The ones who can fly should fly. And that's it though. He just never was able. He was just not able to. I mean, he was able to float, but he wasn't able to spread his wings and fly, right? And now he's able to. And it's just really, really cool stuff now to see Tokoyami being able to utilize Dark Shadow to carry him. So, in an order to fly. So, with Dark Fallen Angel, really, really great stuff. You could really tell as well that he was hyping it up to be something magnificent. And it was a very magnificent leap for Tokuyami, because of the fact that now he's able to fly. So it's a really, really great development for him, and yeah, it's awesome stuff. And I've always loved Tokuyami, but now I mean, this is just an extra step forward. It's a really, really amazing step forward in terms of realizing you know, his potential and not wasting that really, as Hawks was, you know, I guess stressing about. So yeah, but yeah, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, was it? Because of Plan B being in operation, with the fact that they were able to I guess lift themselves from the darkness. They may have seen the light, but it's not all, like I said, sunshine and rainbows. So yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see how Plan B will go. I do have a feeling that Class B will beat Class A here. But we'll just have to wait and see. But it was a really, really nice focus, especially with Tokoyami in this episode, as we endured our second rounds for this fight between 1B and 1A. So yeah, I also really loved that beginning piece as well, where both Vlad, in a very intimidating manner, and Aizawa was, you know, reflecting to their respective class students. About, okay, what could you have done better, and you know, just basically reviewing what went on in the match and all of that. So yeah, and I did really, really love that like sequence where they were able to reflect. I kind of hope we get to see it with Class with this or after this round, should I say. And I think we definitely will with Deku, because he's very analytical. And like even here when he was geeking about Dark Fallen Angel, yeah. So, but I did like that sequence because it really did give you know, both Class A and Class B from the first game a chance to reflect on, okay, I could have done this better and all. It's always great, you know, when even if you come up victorious, there are still areas you do need to work with, but. Yeah, that's training at the end of the day, so yeah. Anyways, final episode of the day. It's episode number 6 of season 5. Let's go.
Alone. Bold move, and certainly unexpected. No matter, because I expect the unexpected.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no one was expecting shrooms. I mean, we kind of could anyways, in a sense.
These must be her quirk.
These fungus fields are cropping up on every surface.
Looks...
Release spores from her body and instantly grow mushrooms anywhere she wants. The more humidity in the air, the stronger she is.
Oh, shit. So...
You've got shrooms growing
what's the sitch right now?
This is like a serious horror movie.
Don't worry, the fungus up and disappears.
It's like The Last of Us.
Tops. Your teammates will be...
Plan A was a bust. My only choice is to fall back for now.
Be one with the mushrooms.
Plan B it is. Kinoko, we're counting on you.
Kinoko is just oh my.
Class B, Manga Fukudashi. Hero name, Comic Man.
Of course.
Comic. He makes sound effects and onomatopoeia in comics come to life. He could
you know
also
the classic like effect bubbles? He's a living embodiment of that. Holy shit.
In ways they're giving Class A's team a hard time from a distance. My kids are showing their superior strength.
Again with the biased commentary.
Yes.
Whack him with that.
It's gonna be hard to break those wide.
Just whack Vlad with that.
If we go
anything.
Could have been an inflatable big hand.
We can make this an endurance test if you want to, but you have to use materials from your own body to create things. So there's no way you're gonna outmatch me, Yaoyorozu!
Oh no!
What did I say? Our girl is smart and decisive even when she's under pressure. That's our brilliant rep.
But don't count out Yaoyorozu.
I'm not convinced this was the smartest move on her part.
Huh?
If Yaoyorozu was separated because they feared her planning, then they might have misjudged her.
Huh?
Oh, damn.
You've got a...
So I can't let you see me looking pathetic.
She's got to shine.
Since it's within her expectations, she should be able to create a path that will lead her to victory. This is what Momo Yaoyorozu excels at.
Todoroki, love it. Love it.
Speed. I've lost Hagakure's location as well. Shall we regroup with Yayorozu on the other side of the wall? If we can.
Oh, okay, that's a jump scare.
Stop twinkling!
No, look, that name needs to be shortened.
What nightmare is this?
Hagakure is
missing.
literally living the Last of Us experience.
I could buy time. It takes a while to make something this large.
Is she insane?
No, she's incredible.
Again, huh? That girl really likes her cannons.
That looks like it packed a big punch.
Well, so did Kendo.
For us to win.
Oh shit!
That explosion just
oh
didn't
no!
sound like Fukidashi's work. It came from the other side of the wall. Is that from Yayorozu? Thermal goggles. Much easier to locate our enemies.
Thank you, Yayorozu.
Now when I stare into the abyss stares back at me.
Oh wow!
Because you disinfected yourselves, huh?
Where'd you get that?
I'm not
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hagakure!
Can't stay. Have to sink into the shadows.
Is it darkness that you're searching for?
Oh no!
Then you can borrow my cloak.
Holy shit!
That screams combat, and yet she's scary. Did you think we'd hold back because this is just training, you stupid bird? You should have knocked her unconscious.
It's like a fighting a ghost that punches really hard!
She could have done me a solid and let the cannon fall off. It's hard to drag all of this stuff around.
Holy shit,
Everything
Kendo!
she created showed that she was looking ahead, covering her bases. I don't really feel like I won.
It was all Kendo's plan! All right!
Yayorozu, I hope you don't get discouraged by this result.
Yeah, it's a knock, but
will grow into a top-class leader one day.
Not a knock in
All
confidence.
These plus ultra moments are oh so stimulating.
Stop.
Second match. Class B has a crushing victory with a score of 4-0. Words can describe how impressive this showing was.
Just hit him with that.
So proud of you.
Just hit the bloody board against Vlad's head. The Sky Sports F1 team don't even show this much bias when it comes to the Formula 1 and British drivers. I'm sorry, it had to be thrown out there. I had to. Oh man. No, but even in defeat, you can always look at certain positives, I would say. And that's it. Although, sheesh. Shroom Girl was just absolutely mental. Like, yeah. It was just absolutely mental with how, yeah, she was just, you know, producing mushrooms aplenty and all of that, so. Yeah, Kumari is just really, yeah. But not just that though, but the effects as well. It's not just a nuisance physically, because you just have to like keep shrugging them off. But you saw how ultimately Tokoyami just, yeah, thanks to Kumori's ace up her sleeve. So yeah. But yeah, I really thought that this was pretty great. These 3 episodes. Like I said, I didn't expect anything too heavy, but there was still some developmental pieces, not just in terms of, like, of course, Tokoyami's backstory, but also in terms of, with Yaoyorozu and how she's, like, I was, before we did jump into that flashback, I was definitely reflecting, like, especially when things were looking a bit rough, I was reflecting on that moment with Todoroki, because, she is someone who you do admire so much in terms of how great and efficient of a leader she is. Someone who should never give up, and yeah. So, but just in general, these 3 episodes have definitely had its fun moments. With Komori, her ability is just mental, because it's not just an annoyance, but it's also fucking dangerous as well. Like, I feel like whenever I bring up the factor of it's a good job they're not a hero, it should be a water is wet scenario. I feel like a lot of these heroes, it's really, really great that, they don't lead towards the dark path, because otherwise, yeah. But she can really fuck you up. Like, it's sadistic, if anything. So, yeah. And not just that, though, but, like, they could, impact you from the inside, surely, right? So, yeah. It's not just the spores that could fuck you over. It's, yeah. She is a fucking, yeah, she was dangerous. But, yeah, it's also an inconvenience, like, especially for her Gakure. So, yeah, obviously she's been made to be more visible, so she wasn't completely invisible, of course, but, yeah. So, yeah, it was really, really, great stuff just in general. So yeah, but yeah, there is also a little bit of meta commentary, I would say, in regards to Vlad being biased to Class B. You've got that ending sequence where, despite the clean sweep that Class 1B had, there is still that reflection from Deku about, Yaoyorozu learned some things and all of that, and, Tokoyami. So, we learned that Hagakure can, put up a fight, though I thought Comic was going to get knocked out with just the way she was launching at him. So, apparently not. So she, just work out a bit more, I guess, Hagakure. And Aoyama, yeah. Aoyama, we learned, is someone who needs to find another name. Because when Tokoyami just said his full hero name out loud, it's just ridiculous. It's hilariously ridiculous, because you're just saying that in the midst of battle, and it's just, and not just an usurped name, but it's a mouthful as well. So, yeah, it's just really, really fun. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff. So yeah, especially in terms of Yaoyorozu just trying to keep on fighting and all of that. Like I said, I did reflect on that moment with her and Todoroki. I think it was in season 2. And she has come so far. So yeah, and yeah, it is interesting. Like it is interesting. Like, despite the clean sweep that they did have, there is this kind of bit of feeling in regards to Kendo, and I do like that about, like, Kendo has a very good appreciation about Yaoyorozu. I mean, I even said in the last episode, or in episode 5, should I say, that she and Yaoyorozu have a really, really nice connection. And even in this moment where Kendo stands tall, she feels with how Yaoyorozu was in that battle, she doesn't deserve it. So, but yeah, you gotta give props still to her, considering the fact that she had to drag a frickin' cannon and Yaoyorozu. God knows what was the distance, but it wasn't a short trip. So, yeah. But, yeah, they managed to succeed in the end. So, yeah. And I had a feeling Class B was going to stand tall. I don't know, especially when it came to, the middle portion of this episode specifically. It wasn't just, okay, well, we gotta make things close. We can't, it would just be a bit boring if Class 1A was gonna win all the time. But there was a moment, like, in the middle of the episode where you're just thinking, well, I can't see, like, despite the fact that they're, even despite the fact that Tokoyami and, Higakure was finding their feet with the goggles and all of that. Even if there was that moment where it's like, oh, could the table set? No. I just had this feeling in the middle of the episode where it was like, I can't see them pulling out a win. They might get close, but I feel like this section of Class 1B just has everything going for them. So, I mean, even Kurihiro was just intense in the last episode. So, I mean, he was very, very intense personality-wise as well, but there's a lot more of a calmer dynamic, so he's really playing the villain part well, because, of course, they have to see each other as villains in this context. So, yeah, but just the way that he was interacting with Kumori, there was that kind of cooled off layer, wasn't there? So, yeah. But, I mean, there was also that good feeling because Plan A was just down the toilet, so, yeah. But still, Plan B is just intense, like with Kumuri just, yeah. It's, like, just put her out in the field and she could really fuck up the respiratory systems of the villains, right? So, phoy. And it's so funny because she has this kind of like cute appearance, doesn't she? But that innocence, she's not all innocent and all of that, so yeah. Phoy. But it was just really, really mental, wasn't she? She is fucking OP, but also an annoyance, really, to like, even as I said, Higakure. But I did really love that moment between Kendo and Yaoyorozu when she was just shielding back before manifesting the cannon, and it was very advantageous, of course, for adapting the plan to help out the others who are still out there. So I was going to say, did she account for because I was going to say, because I think she was still trapped when Aoyama was taken or something like that. But yeah, she did account for like any kind of advantage that Tokoyami might have, as well as Higakure. And it kind of gave him a bit of a chance to shine. So yeah, not just that though, but her like latching onto Kendo as well could have been a huge disadvantage as well, because it kind of slows her down as well. So it could have been a huge disadvantage for Kendo, but nah. So because you could have had Tokoyami or and Higakure just beat the shit out of beat the shit out of Kendo, but alas, Class B win. So yeah, the way I see things going is that they are going to win the next round as well. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I had I feel like with the way things went in episode 5 and the way that things went in this episode, it was looking solid for Class 1B. So Class B taking the dub. So yeah, but I really, really thought that it was pretty great stuff. So yeah. But it's also really great to get an appreciation of these characters who you might not, like, you can't recall seeing before or anything like that. They didn't, you know, stand out or anything like that in prior episodes when we've encountered Class 1B. But, you know, you've got characters, I mean, Comic was a blast, but there are these insanely epic characters like Kurihiro and Kumari, who are just, yeah, that, like, especially Kumari, like, she is, like I said, I can't stress about the fact that she is insanely OP. I mean, all for one, run. Just run, buddy. I mean, you can't at the minute, but, yeah. I want to see her go toe-to-toe with All for One. So, yeah. Forget Deku or anyone else who inherits One for All. It's Komori. So, but yeah, it was really, really great stuff, these 3 episodes. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where things are going to go for episodes 7, 8, and 9. As we are zipping through this, of course, but yeah, I'm excited to check things out at that point. So yeah, with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!